In this video I want to discuss some more of the structures of the male reproductive system without the pelvis in the way. So here we can see the copulatory organ of the male, the penis, and we're going to look at it in cross-section here in just a second. But I can see the area known as the glans penis and the corona glandis a little bit better on this model, and then the main shaft of the penis. Also, we talked about the shaft of the penis being made of two erectile tissues, so I'm going to take this apart and we'll look inside the shaft of this penis, and we will look at the different types of erectile tissue. Remember, running along the dorsum of the penis, there are two bands of erectile tissue known as the corpora cavernosa. This is the major erectile tissue of the penis. If we look along the ventral surface of the penis, we have the corpus spongiosum, an erectile tissue, but a softer erectile tissue. And here we can see it widens to form the glans penis and the corona glandis. At the proximal end of the penis, we can see that the corpus spongiosum forms kind of a bulbous area known as the bulb of the penis. I'll turn this around this way. We can see the bulb of the penis. There's been a little breakage of this model here, but you can see how it's somewhat bulbar. The bulb of the penis. Now if we take another look here at the rest of the model, we can see the urinary bladder. Immediately below the urinary bladder, we can see the prostate gland. On this model, we don't see the spermatic cord, but we do see the ductus deferens traveling in what would be the spermatic cord over the superior surface of the urinary bladder, then down posterior and inferior to the urinary bladder. We also can see on the posterior superior lateral aspect the seminal vesicle. The seminal vesicle and the ductus deferens unite to form what we call the ejaculatory duct. So if we turn this model and look at the midline view again, passing through the prostate gland, we can see the prostatic urethra being joined by that ejaculatory duct. Then right here we have a small area where you have to use your imagination on this model of what would be the membranous urethra, and then the remainder of this urethra is called the penile or the spongy urethra. Now near the bulb of the penis there is a small gland, and on this model it is depicted as this small little pink dot right here. That is called the bulbourethral gland. Notice it is located right by the bulb of the penis and the urethra of the penis. So it's the bulbourethral gland. I'm going to get the other half of this model because if we compare the two sides, we can see something was broken here. So I'll focus on this side. That bulbourethral gland secretes an alkaline solution. So here we can see the bulbourethral gland by the bulb and the penile urethra secretes a alkaline substance or solution into the spongy or penile urethra, which will help neutralize any acid residue that may have been left by the urine residues. Because remember, reproductive system, this portion of the male is both urinary and reproductive, and it also acts as a little bit of a lubricant during intercourse. Now, there are a few other things we can see, but some that I didn't talk about with renal system, so I want to go back for just a second. In the urinary bladder, the muscle wall of the urinary bladder is known as the detrusor muscle. And inside the urinary bladder, we see many folds known as rugae. Except the posterior inferior portion of the bladder, if we connect the dots between where the two ureters enter the bladder and the one urethra leaves the bladder, we have a smooth area in the urinary bladder, and it is somewhat triangular shaped. It is called the trigone of the bladder. So here's a good view of the trigone of the bladder. This model also shows something that we don't see on any of our other models. The corpora cavernosa travels back and runs along the ischiopubic ramus, and it actually fans out along that ischiopubic ramus to either side as what is called the crus of the penis. And there's one on either side, but on the other half of the model this one's been broken off. So this is the crus of the penis. The crus of the penis. And it is covered by a muscle called the ischiocavernosus muscle that helps anchor the penis to that ischiopubic ramus. On this model, we also see here the bulb of the penis and the initial portion of the corpus spongiosum is covered by the bulbospongiosus muscle. So here we have the ischiocavernosus muscle, the bulbospongiosus muscle, and the crus of the penis. This is the only model we have that shows the crus of the penis. And then, of course, the prostate gland, seminal vesicle, ductus deferens. So those are structures you should be able to find on the models of the penis.